Okay, here we have a question of coordinate geometry. This question is from June 2018, paper 1, question 20. So this is paper 1, so calculator is not allowed. P is the point -3, 4. Q is the point 5, 1. M is the midpoint of PQ. Find the coordinates of N. So here we will use the midpoint formula to find the midpoint of P and Q. So the midpoint formula is x is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, and similarly y is equal to y1 plus y2 upon 2. So as we are having 2 points here, P -3, 4 and Q 5, 1, we will consider these 2 points as x1, y1 and similarly x2, y2. When we substitute these values here in the formula, so according to the formula we know that x is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2. So when we substitute this value, x is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2. Now x1 is equal to -3 and x2 is equal to 5 upon 2. So 5 minus 3 is positive 2 upon 2. So value of x is 1. Now to find value of y, we will do y1 plus y2 upon 2. Now here the y1 value is 4 and y2 value is 1. Divided by 2, so it's 5 upon 2. And remember that whenever we have a numerator greater than the denominator, then we will give answer in mixed fraction. So it will be 2 whole 1 upon 2, or either write answer in decimal, so it will be equal to 2.5. Okay, so it means we have got the midpoint, it's 1 and 2.5, or you can write 2 whole 1 upon 2. Now let's move towards the next part of this question. So here we have next part of this question, find the gradient of PQ. So here first we will write the coordinates of P. The coordinate of P is -3, 4 and the coordinate of Q is 5, 1. Again we will consider these as x1, y1 and x2, y2. We know that the formula of gradient is m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now when we substitute the value of y and x into this, it will be y2 minus y1, so 1 minus 4 divided by x2 minus x1, so 5 minus, then as x1 is having negative sign also, so we will write this in bracket. So now it's equal to -3 upon 5 plus 3. Okay, so 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So the answer is -3 upon 8. So the value of m gradient is -3 upon 8. Now let's move towards the next part. Here the next part of this question is R is the point -6, 0. O is the point origin 0, 0. Which of the point R or O is closer to origin O? Which of the point R or P is closer to O? Show your working. So how we can find that which point is closer to origin, either point R or P? We will find the length of OR and similarly the length of OP. Then when we get the answer, we will check which number is lesser. Then that number or that point has a lesser distance from point O, or we can say it's closer to O. So first of all we will take point R as x1, y1 and point O origin 0, 0 as x2, y2. Now when we find its length, we will find OR. The length of OR is equal to under root. The formula of length is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now let's substitute the values. So x2 minus x1 whole square means 0 minus 0 whole square plus y2 minus, here we have x2 minus x1. So it's 0 minus, inside the bracket minus 6, and on whole we have square, plus 0 minus 0 whole square. Now here we have 0 minus minus plus 6. So it's 6 square plus 0. The square of 6 is 36. And the square root of 36 is 6. So it means the length of OR is 6. Now we will find the length of OP. So first we know what is the coordinates of P. So the coordinates of P is minus 3, 4. Here we will consider this as x1, y1, and origin 0, 0 as x2, y2. Now let's substitute values. In the formula, OP is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square and plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now when we substitute these values, x2 minus x1 whole square, so 0 minus minus 3, and here we have whole square, plus y2 minus y1 whole square, so 0 minus 4 whole square. Now minus minus will be plus, so it will be 3 square, and plus, here we will have 4 square. So 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. When we add these two, it will be 25. And when we take the square root of 25, it is equal to 5. Okay, so it means that the length of OR is 6 and the length of OP is 5. So it means that OP has lesser length. So P point is closer to O. So here in the answer space they have mentioned point. So either we will write here P or R. So right now we have understood that point P is closer to O. So in the answer space we will write point P. Okay, because point P has a lesser length, so it is closer to O. I hope you have understood this question. Thank you.